Welcome everyone who chose group 3. You chose the Knight of Wands. Welcome to your reading. We are on the traditional lands of the Blackfoot Confederacy, Tsuut'ina Nations, Yahe Nakota, and Region 3 Métis Nation of Alberta. We are atop of sacred guardian Sleeping Buffalo Mountain. Behind me you might see the town site of what is called Banff in the National Park. Mountain ranges. Behind you, some forest land that's on top of the mountain here, and a nook shook to your left. So a very nice environment for a card reading today. But let's start, well, and hopefully I'm here early enough that I won't have too many tourists. I'm trying to get this in before tourist season gets full crazy. But first notes, I consider myself to be an R-rated reader. That means that we could talk about heavy subject matter, graphic subject matter, sexual subject matter, and it's very likely that I will swear. So if any of these offend your sensibilities, now is your time to exit this video and choose something else. The other thing that I want to let you know is that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everyone. If it's not resonating for you, that's okay. You can hang out in this environment and just listen to the hot gas or the tea being spilled on someone else. If this is resonating for you, then I encourage you to just reflect on these messages. But know that you have free will, cards are not set in stone, and that I encourage you to take it lightly, okay? Whatever the messages are said. We're here to have fun and enjoy this beautiful space. So, the question for the reading is basically seeking wisdom and guidance from the sacred guardian of Buffalo Mountain. Let's find out what advice or information the guardian buffalo has for you, group 3. We have the Justice card, we have the 9 of Pentacles reversed, the High Priestess, the Star, Peace, Humans. Don't love them. That's just me. Last 2 cards of information from the Guardian Buffalo, Page of Wands and 10 of Swords reversed. Card under the deck is Ace of Cups. For me, the card underneath the deck is the underlying themes that are going to come out in the reading. So, new emotional connections are going to be the themes of the reading. With the Knight of Wands as the overseer, it could be definitely stuff that comes in fast, hot, and passionate. It could be shorter term connections, but it doesn't necessarily have to be shorter term. It could just be hot and steamy. It could be one night, it could be a couple of weeks, it could be whoever knows how long. Oh my gosh, look to your left. There's this mountain squirrel, and he's being very cute. Hey, bud. Being super cute? Yeah, can you see that? I'm sorry, we always have to take like an animal moment when they show up. So, with the first card, the Justice card, we have overall trying to seek balance within yourself, balance within your relationships, both romantically or otherwise. And yet there is an element of feeling like you want to have connection, that you need to have connection, is a better way to say that. The 9 of Pentacles reverse is very much, I need it, I feel lack around it. Whereas if it's upright, you're able to take care of yourself, but you desire and want to invite someone to walk alongside of you. Here is suggesting a bit of lack mentality, and that's something that needs to be continued to be worked on to help balance out. Now, we can never be in perfect equilibrium, so it will fluctuate, and we need to also make space for that. But I think it's important to ask yourself in regards to relationships romantically, is there a sort of a lack component or a need component in union with other people? The High Priestess, however, suggests that you are really good at following your intuition. So if you get an inkling that someone is not right for you, you're like, okay, I'm not going to over question this, I'm not going to logic this and force something and make it end up being a whole experience that could have been avoided in the first place because your intuition told you so, which is good. That's a really important asset to have. With the Star, there is still faith and trust that you're going to be experiencing a new connection, whether that's long-term or otherwise. You have the notion that it's going to come in. Perhaps you know or feel that a relationship is going to show up even though it hasn't yet, or that you trust in general that you're going to have a larger, longer life commitment with someone if that's what you desire. It's also a very healing type of energy. Now, the Page of Wands, also with this Knight of Wands here, does talk about maybe some sexual healing. So, again, I personally see nothing wrong with casual affairs, one-night stands, etc., as long as those are healthy and consensual experiences. Practicing communication in telling someone how to pleasure you, and also being interested in pleasuring other people is what's going to make those actually nice experiences, shall I say. But the Page of Wands can be something that comes in that's youthful, that's vivacious, but that's also like, hey, you want to get down? With the Ten of Swords reversed, this is past the point of the darkest hour. So if you've been having a hard time and you've been doing a lot of work coming out of things, you've been releasing a lot of thoughts and hang-ups. Now, there's a lot of good things. There's still some stuff that's coming in here. There's a notion of relationship versus sex, and that might be a big one here. So let's get some more advice from another deck. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. So that could be having to chill for a bit, or not moving forward on something. The Devil reversed. It could be taking the time to stay where you are and continue to work on releasing bad habits or toxic people, or making sure that you don't move forward with toxic people who would not be healthy for you, to be able to then invite in something that is new, that excites you, that's different than this narrative of devil energy beforehand. So continue to trust and know when you feel that a devil energy has come in. You may have had a repetitious cycle in the past where you would constantly get entangled with that type of energy, and that's probably why you can really intuitively know when it's there. Yeah. But doing this work is going to ultimately release the pain of those experiences from the past. It's also going to open you up to new connections. Again, they can be whatever type of connection you want. Not everything has to be long-term forever. I do overall get the sense of sexual healing is going to be a big thing for you, group number 3. It's going to be about, I guess the last thing I would say is, if you have sex with someone, do you get attached to them immediately? And I'm not saying to just be a, like, fucking Chuck type of energy, but if you are wanting to have, let's just say, a casual relationship with a person, or even a one-nighter, does having intimacy with someone make you want to hold on to them? That might be something worth exploring here. But ultimately, I would say that you're doing extremely wonderful work. good for you. Under the deck we have the Six of Swords, so it's only going to get easier. It's hard work, but it's going to get easier and smoother as you continue. So group number 3, I encourage you to sit here and enjoy the scenery as I put away my cards, and then I will end your session and I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me today.